reasons that we talked about the other day that we procrastinate is because we tell ourselves a story and we tell ourselves that we have plenty of time, or we say, oh, I can do that later. Or like the biggest one for me is that I work better under pressure. And this is a no. Welcome to Unleashing Your Greatest Potential with co-hosts Tina Guimar and Deborah Rogers. Many people go along every day and they are not really passionate about what they do. They spend a lot of time working and very little time with their family, friends, and doing things that they love to do. Our intention for this show is to help you unleash your greatest potential and create extraordinary results in your personal, professional, and spiritual life. This will allow you to start focusing on the things that you love and to live a more purposeful life. Enjoy the show. Let me just ask, if you are the type of person where you think you work better under pressure, ask yourself why. Is it worth being all stressed out to hit that deadline if you're waiting till the last minute because you like that pressure? Do you get stressed out? If you get stressed out, then why do we want to do that to ourselves?
I think it's for the adrenaline. I think once our adrenaline gets pumping because we're behind and we're not getting things done as soon as we need to because we've been procrastinating, our adrenaline kicks in and we think we do it faster. We don't always. And sometimes we forget to do parts of it. So it's not always the best option.
Yeah. And I have a little bit of an example on that one, right? Because work is so crazy right now. But we just acquired another company and I had to onboard 28 people into payroll in a very short period of time, in like literally 3 days. So I had to get them all onboarded, entered, make sure everything's right. And, I was told, yesterday I was told when I said, oh, I got to get this payroll done. And the owner says, well, isn't that due tomorrow? Well, yeah, it's due tomorrow, but I'm not going to wait till tomorrow to start working on it.
Okay.
I was already stressed out, even though I was working on it ahead of time. And I guess a long time ago, I did work better under pressure, or I worked okay under pressure. But now I'm like, I cannot work like that anymore. I can't work under pressure because sometimes I feel like I'm just going to shut down. Like I don't want to deal with it. I'm starting to get anxiety about it. And I want to be able to be proactive and not always have to react to an emergency. And I think it's just because the house fire made me like that. Because that's kind of when things changed for me, because I was always working under pressure, deadlines like, oh, stop doing this, do that instead, and I need this yesterday. And back then I told myself it was okay, but then when I went through a hard time like that, I'm like, no, this is not the way to do things. And that shifted everything for me. So now if I have to work under pressure, it's like I shut down. And I get very exhausted, and it's not worth it. Why is it worth it? If we know we have a deadline to get something done, let's say in 3 months from now, why are we going to wait till the 3rd month to start working on it?
I don't know, but a lot of times we do. It's just that I'm going to put it off kind of thing. We put things off and we put things off and we put things off until we can't put them off anymore. And then we're basically forced into doing something, which brings us to number 2. Schedule it. Schedule it in. Put it in your schedule. do time blocks, even if it's just 5 minutes to work on it. Just 5 minutes. That leaves how many minutes out of your day that you're not working on it? But block it on your calendar and stick with it, stick to it, do it for the 5 minutes and 5 minute chunks. You'll be totally surprised. It will blow you away how much you'll get done just in 5 minutes, because you want to get it finished, and it's going to give you that little incentive to want to spend more time on it. But because you already have something else that you have to do in 5 minutes, you're going to get more done in that 5 minutes than you ever thought you would.
Yeah.
It's amazing to do it that way.
Yeah, scheduling it in and time blocking it is huge, because what happens when you have a doctor's appointment?
Exactly.
You schedule that in. You don't just show up at the doctor's one day and say, hey, I need an appointment to see me now. You have
Right.
to schedule that.
Right.
And I don't know, maybe you're the type of person who likes to cancel the appointments at the last minute, but I mean, really, how often do we do that? If we make an appointment, we tend to keep that appointment. So treat this the same way.
Right. Right. Absolutely. Yeah, you have to respect your time just like you would anybody else's. And if you have something that you want to get done, respect your time and schedule it in. And you don't have to do it all in 5 minutes. Just start on it, get started on it, and that's going to build your momentum.
Yeah. And that this is another good example of like saying I'll do it later. Like, okay, I know I need to exercise, and I'm always like, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll start tomorrow. I'll start tomorrow. I'll start on Monday. Well, if you just start, even if you only go for 5 minutes, if you, like yesterday's episode, we talked about building habits, right? Creating new habits. If we just make sure we do that every day, then we'll be able to build that up.
Right.
So there's no such thing as so.
Uh-oh. Is your internet a little wonky?
Yeah, it says it's unstable.
Oh, okay.
That's okay. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I got you back. You froze up there just for a second.
I think my internet's ready for bed like I am.
Yeah, I bet it is. It's what, after 10 o'clock there?
Yeah, but
Oh my
today
goodness.
today was a very hectic day, so I'm a little bit behind schedule on everything today.
Yeah, that's
But
okay.
that's okay. It's the point is show up and just do it.
That's okay.
Oh,
Just
so
like number 3.
hold on, I gotta tell a story. So
Okay.
our coach he was really, I was having kind of like an individual session with him on our group call, and Debbie, you'll remember this probably. So he basically brought me back to a time that I felt my best, like I felt on top of the world, and he had me describe it and all of this stuff. And then he asked me, well, what made you accomplish that, or how did you accomplish that? I'm like, I don't know, I just did it. So just do it. We have a sticky note on here, just do it.
Exactly.
And I keep that right here, because if we just say I'll do it later, I'll do it tomorrow, blah blah blah, we're not going to ever do it. So we just have to say, all right, I'm just going to do it.
Yep.
Done. Go ahead, number 3. Sorry.
I agree. If it's like, one more thing. Procrastination is like dragging a rock around. You still have this to do, and you're going to pick up that rock again tomorrow if you don't do it today. So stop dragging the rock around and just get it done. Just do it. Just like Tina said, just do it.
Just like Nike said, just do it.
That's
all right. What?
Yeah, exactly.
All
Okay,
right, number 3.
Number 3, if you're keeping track. Number 3. Stick to your schedule. Put it in your schedule and then stick to it. Quit dragging the rock around. Get it done.
I love that. And I don't think we officially said what number one was, but that was breaking it down. Like where I said, if you know something's due in 3 months, break that down so you can work on it every day. Even like Debbie said, if it's only 5 minutes, it's you're still working on. And most of the time, when you start that habit and you start working on it a little bit each day, that time is going to get bigger. So let's say you stop 5 minutes, it's going to get now. All right, I'm doing like I'm on a roll. Let me just keep going, and then you're going to get to 10 minutes and 15 minutes. So breaking it down is number one, and that was really important. And yeah, just number three, don't break the appointment with yourself. If you
Nope.
scheduled it in your calendar, there was something that really hit home for me when I joined my real estate team, and I use my calendar for everything. I schedule everything in my calendar. And they say if you erase, you must replace. So if I have to move something to a different time or a different day, like I can't just take it off my calendar. I have to move it somewhere else. I have to replace it somewhere so that it just doesn't fall off and it never gets done. And the other thing that hit home for me was if it's not on your calendar, it doesn't exist.
Right. Right. I'm going to add one more to this.
You are?
Accountability.
Yes.
Not only stick to it on your calendar, stick to the time that you've written down, but keep yourself accountable. That's extremely important because if you let yourself slide once, it's easier to let yourself slide tomorrow. And every time you let yourself down, it gets easier and easier and easier. And pretty soon, you don't even believe what you say to yourself. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. You have to be accountable to yourself.
Absolutely. That's awesome. So, if you need help with breaking things down and figuring out how to schedule them in and keeping to that schedule and being accountable, let us know. We have a link in our group that you can schedule a call with us. That call is your time to talk about whatever you need to talk about. So take advantage of that because it's there for you.
Absolutely. We're here to help you guys. So let us know if you have any issues that you would like to talk to us about. And we're here. So,
and we will see you on the next video.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye
for now. Love you guys.